Okay, good morning, folks. 12:13 in the morning on June 14th. That's day 72. Not sure the temperature, but the condensation is wet, so it's at least 32 degrees. Not much warmer. All right, good morning again, folks. It is 8 past 2 in the morning, 34.8 degrees. Awesome development last night. Got into my bunk after dinner with the guys and guy and gal, and my sleeping pad was like pretty well deflated. So I thought, well, maybe it's just the cold. Blew it back up, and like 25 minutes later, it was mostly empty, which is a pretty quick leak. Yeah, so my sleeping pad is basically dead. Slept without it last night on the snow. I guess you can't really see that in the video, but just snow. I took like my 1/8 inch Gossamer Gear foam mat and the emergency Mylar blanket that I was carrying through the Sierra. And sort of like, if you imagine like the letter U, took them both and like folded them into a U and then sort of interlocked the open sides of the U so that they were both like double layer, hopefully providing a little bit of protection. Also used my sit pad, pretty much anything I could find. I have like a microfiber sort of small towel, like a camp towel as well, laid that underneath me. I think tonight I'll wind up doing my poncho as well, just as an extra sort of vapor barrier, because any sort of moisture that came through my body and through my sleeping bag instantly condensed on the snow and made the bottom of my sleeping bag pretty wet, which wasn't great either. But yeah, pulled my pack into my tent obviously and slept with sort of my legs on top of my pack and then my core and hips on top of that Mylar 1/8 inch combination, with anything I could find stuffed under me. So didn't sleep great, but slept a little, and that's honestly more than I was thinking I might. So turns out I'm still alive. That's great. And we're 35 miles to include a 5-mile road walk from Mammoth. So just spoke with the team. I think hopefully we can try and push and get there tomorrow night, so it's only one more miserable night, but we'll see. Yeah, day 72. We'll get going. Good afternoon, folks. It's a quick little afternoon check-in here.
Just a quick morning update. It's not afternoon. It's currently like 9:20 in the morning. But since we've all been up since like roughly midnight, it's our afternoon, so it counts.
48.2 degrees. Because we've kind of reached an interesting point in the trail. We're at mile, I should say just west of mile 882.4, 882.5, something like that. Over in a place called Pocket Meadow. We just actually got super lucky with some weird mix of like snow bridges and logs that we weren't expecting. We were able to cross North Fork of the Mono Creek with dry feet, which was amazing. I mean, you know, at least that creek didn't make our feet any wetter. And now we're kind of to a spot where on the PCT you probably won't be able to make out, but way off there in the distance, sort of in the pocket of those two sort of, oh gosh, horizons of ridges, if you will. A really active waterfall So the PCT officially kind of crosses beneath both of them, which I'm sure is very lovely on an average August, but it is neither August nor is it average, and we're still a day before the traditional day to even enter the Sierra. We're over halfway through. All this to say basically that water is insane right now, and it seems like what most hikers are doing is just avoiding that whole bit of trail altogether, which leaves this huge wall right here in front of us, which goes up about 800 feet in the course of, I don't know, significantly less than a mile. So we've been looking at it for the past 15-20 minutes or so, kind of game planning which, if any, drainage we want to try and weasel our way up. I think we found one. How are you feeling about it?
Pretty good. I feel like it's very doable, and if we can avoid whatever that massive thing is anything's pretty much better than that.
Massive thing being waterfall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's terrifying looking.
Yeah, it's really not. I mean, waterfalls are pretty and all, but
Thought of crossing it's not as lovely.
Yeah, it doesn't look great. If I'm able to get shots of it, I will. If I'm not, I won't. So same with the rest of this climb. But anyways, that's where we're at, and that's what we're doing. We're about to get started going up. It is 11:19, 54.2 degrees. Just had a quick view dedication I wanted to get out to a few folks who were kind of generous enough to donate to the hike. So this is actually, it's a kind of long list today. So it's been a while since I was able to check my updates and stuff like that. Obviously with a 13-day stretch through the Sierra, getting to Bishop, but I'm out of Bishop now, and wanted to thank, let's see, Kirby Wiseman, my bud Richard Curtis in Japan, Jen, Brad, Will, and Fireweed. So all those guys were kind enough to throw a couple bucks my way in support of the hike, which will come in handy again, as I just bought a new sleeping pad to replace the one that popped overnight or whatever. But guys, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Here's the view dedication from the top of, oh gosh, I just had it up, sorry. Let me pull it back up. From the top of Pocket Meadow, that climb that I mentioned last time we checked in. So looking off to the north off here, you can see Red and White Mountain at 12,800 feet. This is the spot where me and the team just took lunch, and not too many spots as pretty as this. So anyways, that goes out to you lot. Thank you so much again. We're like 3 miles or so from Silver Pass. Try and get up and over that pass, try and put in even more miles afterwards. It's definitely gonna go beyond 1 o'clock today. But I got to get down off elevation before I can go to sleep tonight. So if anyone else is interested in donating to the hike, of course, all those links are in the description below, as is the crazy Gaia GPS track for this insane hike that we've done today. So guys, thanks so much. I'll check in with you later. All right, 126, 58.6 degrees. Made it to Silver Pass, yay! 10,756 feet above the planet Earth's oceans. That's where we've come from, and Mammoth must be somewhere over there. good evening, folks. 6:19 in the evening, and what was it? 49.6 degrees is what the thermometer says. Made it to home for the night. The hero of the evening is Mr. Rabbit sitting over there. He found a couple dry patches of ground, and again, without a sleeping pad, that's hopefully going to make a huge difference, because last night was uncomfortable. But let's see, man, totally today, I mean, it just is what it is. We went 10.9 miles according to Gaia, which is like a good amount less than I really wanted to do. I really wanted to do like 15, 17, something like that, and put ourselves in spitting distance of Mammoth. But I mean, the first mile of the day took us 2.5 hours, and then coming up from whatever, that one climb was like another mile that took about an hour and a half prior to lunch. So I mean, right there you're talking, that's 4 hours. We did 2 miles, and it just, I guess, you know, if you were on your own, you probably could have done it faster, but way less safely. I wouldn't make that trade-off in a million years. So it just was what it was. I mean, we just couldn't get the miles in that I really wanted to. So you know, we'll see what we can do tomorrow. That's really what it comes down to, and whether we're able to get to Mammoth or not, whether I have to spend another night without a sleeping pad, you know, we'll kind of see. Meanwhile, the mountains held off for us again, man. I cannot believe it. Like, what amazing luck. Every single night of this jump, come 3 or 4 o'clock, there's been pretty much heckin' damnation have opened up, and we've gotten downpours and hail and all sorts of crazy stuff. And today, man, again, so thankful to the mountains. They've just been so kind. Challenging as all heck, but kind. I mean, kind in a lot of ways. And, I wanted to show you what I did with my sleeping situation, and obviously the team has helped me out tremendously. So, yeah, don't judge. This is just what my tent looks like right now. So down on the very bottom, I have my poncho, and it's folded over itself 4 times. So that's basically 4 layers of poncho. Right there is the bottom layer. Just above that, I have sort of long enough pretty much to go like from my shoulders maybe to my hips, or just down past my bum, if you will. I have my 1/8 inch foam mat and this emergency Mylar blanket, and just like last night, I've kind of folded that on top of itself. So basically I think it's like 3 layers of Mylar and 3 layers of the 1/8 inch foam mat. And then above that, I have my sit pad. I have Shade's sit pad. I have Shade's second sit pad, and I have Rabbit's 3-piece of a sleeping mat thing. So kind of going heavy on like where my hips will be. I also do have my sleeping pad, which I expect will stay inflated maybe 20 minutes or 30 or so, which I'm hoping will be enough for me to fall asleep. So I only addressed the top half of my body. Down on the bottom half, I have my backpack as well. That's one bonus of having a 6.5 pound backpack, is when your sleeping pad fails, hopefully, you know, I mean, I think it did all right last night. I can just kind of sleep with my legs on top of that, and hopefully that should be fine. Yeah, again, hopefully the dry ground makes a difference. I think we're camping about 1,000 feet lower or something. I don't know, a little bit lower. Anyways, not on snow from last night. And again, thankfully the team has been super generous in offering some of their sort of creature comforts to hopefully keep me a little comfortable tonight. And we'll see how it goes. Thank you again to everyone who donated. Again, I always, you know, I like to really reinforce the point. I'm not out here to make money, of course. You know, as I've said a million times already, this is certainly a red ink endeavor for me. You can ask my wife. But I mean, you know, some of you guys feel compelled to help, and I really appreciate that. And I really, trust me, I put it to good use. If you're not able to donate, of course, that's totally great. If you're just enjoying the channel, I do ask, please hit like, hit subscribe, all that stuff. It really helps out the channel. It doesn't cost you anything. And every time I get to town, I always I can check the analytics or whatever from YouTube. And they say like only 50% of the people who watch this channel are even subscribed. So hit subscribe, man. Hit like, drop a comment. Trust me, man, the Sierras have been kicking my bum, and it would mean a lot to me to feel some to feel a little, I don't know, whatever. Anyways, I'm glad you're enjoying the videos. Thank you again to those who donated. Thank you for watching. I will go to sleep and wake up in 6 hours, something like that. Yeah, should be great.